Good afternoon, everybody. I'm John Jednak, and we're live KOCT Sports from El Camino High School.
And I'm Avi Wachowski.
For this event taking off today, this event's been going on since 1975. Standing right with me is Sean, and Sean, you are
I am the head track and field coach here at El Camino High School.
And you got to get over to that timer right away, right?
You have to get over that timer so you make sure things start on time.
Very good. Thanks so much for joining us. This event has been going on for a long time. Want to let you know it's sunny, 68 degrees. Track and field competition going on here today. 65 events. And we're going to be covering as much as we can of every one of those events today. We hope you enjoy it. And we're going to go on over and get after each one of them. They're going to start in just about a minute. We are live over here at El Camino High School, home of the Wildcats, and today, of course, taking on Oceanside High School, the Pirates. This is track and field, and what I'm going to tell you a little bit at the beginning here is a little history of track and field going on, not only here, not only in our nation, but around the world. It's been a long and rich history, and it dates back thousands of years. Here's a breakdown of its origins and some of the key milestones. As we're taking a look out at the field right now, looks like maybe some pole vaulting getting ready to go on. Earliest known track and field competitions date back to ancient Greece. As we see some pole vaulting right now and take it off. The first recorded event resembling modern track and field took place in 776 BC during the first Olympic Games in an area called Olympia. The only event in this early Olympic Games was the stadium race, a sprint of roughly 192 meters. Over time, additional events added, including the longer races, discus, javelin, and the pentathlon. The Romans continued these competitions, but after the fall of the Roman Empire, organized track and field largely disappeared until the Renaissance, which was in the 1400s. And sitting next to me as we introduced each other here right at the very beginning is Avi, a student at
El Camino. Thank you, John.
And thanks for joining me. I don't know how much of that you just heard, but I think that's just a few years before you were born.
A long time ago, but now we got modern track and field coming in. I think the field events are starting. We got the girls varsity pole vault about to go underway, and people are warming up on the track. Looks like some relays are about to start, though. 4x100. We're just waiting for things to kick off, and then enjoy a good night.
And then the what?
Enjoying a good night.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Usually ends, 8:30 to 9?
Well, I don't know. Earlier they said it'd be a little bit after 7, but I mean there's 65 events, and that is tough to coordinate in any one time. Typically, we'll have a football game here, which you'll have JV first, and then you have varsity come on, and that's only 2 games. Here we got 65 competitions going on in the whole same area. Pretty neat. So you've been involved in track and field?
I was in track and field last year, my 8th grade year middle school. I've watched a few high school track and field matches, a lot upper scale. It's much different, more events, more competition, more drive in the students competing here. Unfortunately, was not able to join the team this year, but look forward to watching my fellow students compete and looking forward to possibly competing in a future year in high school.
So are you looking forward then to getting on the team next year?
Yes, I will hopefully be on the team.
And what part are you going to be competing in?
Usually do sprints. Did the 200 meter, the 4x100, helped in the relay. We weren't the best, but we were up there. And although I am short in height, I am somehow quite good in the long jump. Second in my grade last year. And just look forward to improving my skills and keep competing along with my friends and fellow students here.
Okay, and this first race is starting. So we have 4 girl competitors. And this is event number 1,
yes,
correct?
The 4x100 relay. So it's being passed on, and basically 200 meters down here, halfway there, 2 students down, 2 students to go for each lane.
So just letting everybody know, and we're seeing the baton being handed off right here, and it looks like in the lead, El Camino.
Coming in strong.
Coming in
Oceanside trying to shorten the gap.
Looks like a
but
win.
We will keep the lead.
A win for the Wildcats in this one. Pirates in 2nd and 3rd, and in 4th place, another Wildcat. So that is the total amount as they go around the track. The total amount around the track is
400 meters.
400 meters.
With 4 racers, it's 100 meters each.
All right. I'm glad you could join us, Avi.
Thank you.
Next race, 1,600 meter girls. And the next race, 1,600 meter girls will be on the track.
So in the second event on the track, even though there are other things going on at the same time, will be once again girls 400 meter competition, a relay.
Yes.
4 of them. And then they'll switch over to the boys after that. And I understand we do have an interview coming up shortly. Want to welcome everybody once again to this live event going on at El Camino High School in this year of 2025. Alrighty. Javelin play going on is what we're seeing. And I think that ring is about 7 feet. Here we go with the first throw. And that was a member of the Pirates team right there. And they're measuring it out. And then what it looks like is we are going to have the boys competition coming up here. All right, we're going to go over to a sideline interview right now with Stephanie, Sharon, and Ollie. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Stephanie from El Camino.
And I'm Ollie, and I'm also from El Camino. And today we're going to be interviewing athletes.
My name is Sarai Finkley. I'm in 9th grade, and I run the 400.
What's your age?
15
When did you start track?
this year.
And what's the most unusual thing you have eaten before a game?
I went to McDonald's. I got fries and a shake, and I started dipping my fries in the shake.
Wow, that's a lot.
Back to you, John.
And we're getting ready for the gun to go off to start this race. This is another 400 meter
I believe it is the 4x100 boys JV. They're in position, ready to start until the gun goes off.
Watch for the gentleman with a red hat. And they're off. And we will follow them around the track. And so the first handoff. Did somebody drop?
I believe someone did drop on the handoff.
And there's a second handoff. Each time it's handed off one.
But here we have Oceanside
So
in the
we're coming
lead
in the last.
with El Camino trailing behind. Can we close that gap in time? We will see.
Oh, yeah. This is a Pirates win on this one. First and second place.
It seems unfortunately both El Camino teams were unable to complete their full lap. I saw one of the batons dropped on a handoff. I don't know what happened to the other lane.
Yeah, but the two from El Camino did not complete the race.
1600-meter runners, we are on the track.
So who are they bringing up next?
I believe they're bringing up
Thought they said the girls
1600.
16.
So that'll be a regular run, 1,600 meters. That's 4 laps around the track for a total of 1 full mile.
First call, girls, 100-meter hurdles. First call, girls, 100-meter hurdles. Again, we check in on the second call, but this is the first call for the girls' 100-meter hurdles.
So we're looking at the girls getting ready for this race.
Not on the track team.
And as we've said before, numerous events going on at the same time. We've got shot put, we've got discus,
Volunteering to be on
some pole vaulting. So this girl's 1,600 meter event that's coming up next. They're getting ready to start this one. As soon as you hear the shot, there they go. So needless to say, there's going to be a lot of trotting going on.
Yes. Enough save energy for the full mile. Very unlike the 4x100 meter relays we have previously seen.
10-meter hurdles.
And right now, basically, they've set their pace for the early part of the competition. And as we watch the girls come around, talking a little bit more about the rivalry between Camino. Like I said in my introduction, the first race came in El Camino's first year, 1975. 3 years later, El Camino took the state championship in track and field. That was 1978. And the girls are completing their first lap. So 1600 meter would definitely mean 4 times around.
Yes.
I'm good at math sometimes. And as we go around, I'm going to get back into a little bit more of the history of track and field. The modern Olympic Games were first held in Athens, and that was 1896, just a couple of years ago. Track and field events were a central part of these first modern Olympics, featuring events 100-meter sprint, 400 meters, 1,500-meter marathon, discus, and long jump. Now, the women's track and field events were introduced in the 1928 Olympics in Amsterdam. So they have completed, or they are completing their second lap. They have 2 more to go. Avi, do you know many of the competitors in this?
I do know quite a bit of the boys, many fellow freshmen from school, some of my classes. The girls, I couldn't say the same, just friend groups and how it works here in high school. But it is exciting to see a lot of them compete here, and I'm definitely rooting for my fellow EC scholars.
So what time of the year do you start training, working out for track and field?
Well, it is a spring
Here on the
sport.
West Coast,
Yes.
Outdoor.
It is a spring sport. It started a few weeks ago, but basically goes all through the end of school. So a lot of people start training, start building up their stamina like early midwinter. That's how it has always been for a lot of the people here.
And now we're on the last lap. So with that being said, so when you say early to midwinter is when you really
Yes.
start doing, when are the final competitions over?
Usually near the end of the school year, I believe around May is when the competitions happen all over the state. Great schools will move on to state cups, and winners win, and because they're great.
So what it looks like right now is we have one of our winners, or the winner of this, rounding the final turn.
And coming through.
Yep. Yep. There we go. There's our winner. And that is from Oceanside Pirates. First, second, third, fourth place, and coming in fifth, the first Wildcat competitor. But they were very close at the end here.
Yes, it was only a few seconds determining the top 3 spaces.
And here are the next that have completed. Many El Camino Wildcats, about 4 in a row coming in. So here we have some more. Completing the 1,600 meter run. Have you done this, Avi?
Not in a tournament for track and field. I do shorter distances, but I have throughout my middle school and high school.
And I think here in just a couple of minutes we are going to be getting some more interviews with some of the competitors. So we will be going over to Stephanie and Ollie in just a minute or two. Right here at El Camino High School on the sunny Thursday. What a beautiful day. 68 degrees when we started this today. Right here on your live sports on KOCT. So we're getting ready, getting set up for the interview. And as we're taking a look over here at discus throw as well, you can see it right there. Girls competition. They're measuring out where that discus went. And typically for the girls, the discus is 2.2 pounds. And like I said, many events going on at the same time. So, getting ready to go back out to the field. All right, so let's go live out here to the field with Stephanie and Ollie.
Hi, my name's Stephanie, and we're here at El Camino.
And I'm Ollie, and we're going to be interviewing athletes.
What's your guys' names?
My name is Sophia Brugman.
My name is Emily Tudrick.
What's your age?
I am 14.
I'm 15.
And how are you feeling the...
We're trying our best. Yeah. It's a stressful race.
What did you run?
The 1 mile.
What keeps you guys motivated throughout these long runs?
Honestly, I don't know. I just look at the person in front of me and just try to catch up to them, and then.
Yeah, just watching my team grow and improve and just trying to stick with them. Really.
Perfect.
And what's the most ridiculous thing that you have... what's the most ridiculous injury you have gotten from the training process?
I tripped and fell, and I was out for a week because I skinned my knee so bad.
I don't even know.
All right, back to you, John.
Thank you so much. Great job out there on the field, and we have just started the boys competition. And this looks like 1,600
Yes.
meters as well, Avi?
Just finished.
Other end of the straight.
So you know some of the competitors out there right now?
I do know a lot of the competitors here on the JV team, fellow freshmen, and even some sophomores that I've grown up with most or all my life.
So this is JV? Is running,
This
or
is the
varsity?
JV.
1,600 meters once again. That is 4 times around the track. And as we watch as they are, and once again on this second lap, it's really just pacing. It's really just like jogging. Keep the speed that they like, the energy. When you watch, it's quite a competition. We all wish we could do this. Running around the track 4 times. Once again, I am John Jednak, aka Trey J, for this live event from El Camino High School track and field competition. And we are live on KOCT once again. KOCT, your local fabulous TV station that broadcasts so many local events, from City Hall to sporting events to the 4th of July parade, etc. That's the different things going on. So now as they come around, completing the second lap, 2 out of 4. So this gentleman that's in first place right now, and he came around the first time, he was in second, so he's come forward. And as you can see so far, it is El Camino out front. Anything you can add on this, Avi?
Just great to see people running their hearts out. I mean, it's a tedious run, a full mile.
That's right. 1 mile competition. And I see the times as I look back here on, well, and you said this is JV, correct? So
This is the varsity. Yeah, or sorry, yes, JV.
JV. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. So best times on this are 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes.
Yes. That's quite a quick time for a full mile.
Yep, 5-minute mile. So it looks like this is the last lap.
Yes, one more lap to go, and top 4 places, all EC Wildcats, with 3 Pirates trailing behind.
The front runner from El Camino. As we get into the final lap here. And as we're saying, these race times typically over 5 minutes. Anywhere from 5 minutes, 16 seconds. In fact, you know, you can go up to 7 minutes in this in the competition. And we can see the winner of this event getting ready, rounded that last corner, raising his arm. He's got it. He's got it. Coming in, and he is the winner.
You see in front, almost lapping the man behind the last Oceanside Pirates.
And coming in second place also, and third place from the Wildcats. And a tie for fourth between Oceanside and El Camino.
They'll definitely check that high speed to see who came in fourth there. But it was quite close.
Fabulous. And you know, you can see in some of these runners when they get done, I mean, they've given it all to run this mile at this time. And you see them, you know, having a leg cramp, things of that nature. Got to get some water in them. Get hydrated again. So that was another great race between El Camino and Oceanside. And now we're looking over at some pole vaulting getting ready to happen.
Some field events off to the side, away from the track where the running takes place.
So here we go. Pole vaulter up and hit that bar up there. So in the pole vaulting, the opening height in that refers to the initial height at which a crossbar is set. When the competition begins, each vaulter can choose to start at that height that has been chosen, or they can go and wait until it's a little bit higher. So in the pole vaulting, how many attempts do they have? 3 attempts?
3 attempts.
So like I said, there are many events going on here at the very same time. And as we're setting up for another boys race,
same race that we just saw, but the varsity teams will be going head to head with times possibly under 5 minutes. These men can run fast, that's for sure.
So in the boys' event registered, it looks like we have 12 registered, but there may be less than that in this competition. And as we're also watching discus throw. Here comes another one. I don't know, but that looked good to me.
It did look good.
Discus competition going off. And the discus, the boys are 3.53 pounds here. All right, we're going to go back to the sidelines. Interview out there with Stephanie and Ollie.
My name's Stephanie, and we're at El Camino.
And I'm Ollie, and we're going to be interviewing athletes.
What's your name?
Daniel GVXC.
What's your age?
16, ma'am.
And when did you start track?
I started track during middle school in Ranchero. And I started doing that since I was in Ranchero. And honestly, it was really fun when I first started running. And I was doing really great. And I was really excited when I went to high school. And honestly, I've been doing this for 4 years now. And this has been really great. I'm really happy I made it to first place during the 1 mile. And I can't wait for the future to keep going.
And what inspires your strengths as an athlete?
One, you want to keep going running every day, and also working out, because that's like the best combo when you're running, because that's how you're going to win. The only thing you're going to need, one, you're going to need JRTC, because it's going to give you that muscle, and two, you're going to need cross country. That's all you need to get better.
And we are back, I believe. So we're looking at the, is this the second lap of this race?
They've just
Avi?
completed their first lap.
And like we said, this is the varsity 1600 meter. Now with the boys, they typically are under 5 minutes.
Yes, under a round, because these boys are all driving to be first. It'll be a very close match all the way to the end.
And getting ready for this, I looked up some of the terms. Have you ever heard of hitting the wall?
No, I have not.
Feeling extreme fatigue, usually in longer races. This is a longer race.
It is quite a long race.
So I think there are a few people that'll hitting the wall in that when you get fatigued.
Especially
That'd definitely
later.
be me.
We may or may not see some 2 miles, I believe, coming up.
This one or another one?
No, in a later race. I believe there will be a 2 mile race purely testing the stamina of the competitors.
Boy, you can say that again. 2 miles? Could be. I'm looking it up here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's 3,200 meters. And that is coming up. So, yeah, that's going to be an event. That'll be one to watch. These all are ones to watch. As we watch the boys come around, and this is their third lap,
This is their third lap. Once they finish this, they got one more to go. See who will come out on top.
And if you just joined us, once again, we are live here, El Camino High School, on KOCT Live Sports. And here we go. We're watching them. They have one more lap to go.
Second call, 400 meter runners. Second call, 400 meter runners. Girls, you can now check in. First call, 400 meter runners.
And it looks like Currently in first place, we got a couple of El Camino runners and Oceanside, then in fourth and fifth, that as it is right now, back to El Camino. But they're pretty close, so anything can happen here on this last lap. As they're coming around and we're watching pole vaulting here as well. And that was a good one. Cleared the pole. And you can see that pole vaulting is right near that corner of this track. So here we go. Here's the final, and it's definitely going to be El Camino.
See coming in first, and possibly second, as they're giving it
All
all
right.
they got on this last
Second
strip.
place, El Camino. Third place looks like Oceanside. Fourth and fifth, El Camino. And sixth. 1 mile race. And seventh, El Camino. So, as we said before, I would say some exhausted runners. And I'm sure in just a couple of minutes we will be coming up with an interview of the winner in this competition.
And while the racers catch their breath, we see on the track hurdles are now being set up for future hurdle races coming up.
Hurdles. And right there, we're looking at shot put. Was that shot put or was that discus?
I believe that was the discus.
Yes, discus. And we also have some long jump. Is that practicing that we're seeing?
I believe those were the attempts, but remember, on most of the field events, you do get the 3 attempts.
And there was a practice discus throw. So we're looking at discus throw competition right now. And then some long jump. We get back to discus though. It's where the athletes throw that heavy round-shaped disc as far as possible while remaining inside the 8-foot diameter circle. And now the discus again. The discus throw can be traced back to the ancient Olympic Games in 708 BC. So it looks like they're really practicing over there. And now the long jump.
First call, all girls, 100-meter runners. First call.
Back to the discus throw on air. Quite an event here today. Sunny Thursday. Getting ready for another interview. Stephanie and Ollie, take it away.
It's Stephanie.
And it's Ollie, and we're back interviewing athletes.
Your name is?
Noah Pika.
And what's your age?
I'm 16 years old.
When did you start track?
Middle school, so I was probably about 12 or 13.
And how are you handling the pressure today?
Pretty well. I mean, I wasn't really worried coming into this race. I have trust in my teammates, so I knew come out here and do some work.
And what inspires your strengths as an athlete?
Watching my past teammates that have already graduated, they do really well. They're all headed to college, and it's just really motivating knowing that I could be that one day.
Okay.
All right.
Back to you, John.
John.
All righty, great job again. So we get back over here to the track and field meet that's going on today. That's been, once again, going on between these two schools since 1975. So we're looking at some practicing going on over there. And let's see what this is. Is this a long jump? It is. Girls long jump. And Avi, you said you like long jump.
I do like the long jump. It's just the thrill of being through the air. It can sometimes be a rough landing, but if you get a good running start with the speed you need, you can really get some distance with that.
And like you were just saying, what are the keys?
I think it's just the good form, and you got to make sure that you know when you're taking off. Because if you take off too early, you're not getting the good distance, and if you take off too late, you could be going over the line and won't have a good jump.
So here comes a long jump, correct? That's what it is. So how good was that? Was that a great jump?
I would say that was a perfectly fine jump. You obviously can see some people on varsity that will fly even almost past the whole sand pit.
They will.
But there's a long range of competitors in the long jump.
So what would you say? What would you say that long jump is right there? How far was that?
If I had to guess, I would say that was about 16 feet.
15 feet. Competition getting ready to start here. Is this with the hurdles?
This is the hurdles.
Yeah. So girls, hurdles. And there, it looks like they're coming across right now. So, did El Camino take that? Did you see that?
Yes, El Camino did come in first on that event.
So that's considered 100 meters, right?
It is considered 100 meters. It's not considered a race or a track event due to the hurdles, but it is a total distance of 100 meters.
And was that the JV, do you think?
I honestly don't know. I would guess it was the JV, but I don't know what order the events are here.
Well, either way, that was a good hurdle race. And now we're looking back at the shot put. Shot put competition, boys. Getting ready to throw. And then again, you see they get the measuring stick, so to speak, out there, the tape measure, and come up with the competition. Like I said, I've said it before, we've got a lot of different events going on at the very same time here. And here's another shot put. That one looked like it drifted off to the right a little bit. The total distance, Avi, is the most important thing, or do you have to go dead down center as well?
I do believe you have to stay within a certain range, but it really is the total distance that counts.
I see. And now it looks like we're having another 100-meter competition with the hurdles with the girls, and all in front, El Camino right now. And that would be because Doesn't look like any pirates are racing in this one.
Good call. Second ball. 100 dash. You can all.
Yeah, and as we look, that was the second section. That was section 2 of the 100-meter hurdles, and those were all competitive from El Camino. Wow. And that was junior varsity. And now we're setting up for some more girls in this competition. This should be the varsity, correct?
Yes. Does look like the varsity are getting ready for another 100-meter hurdles.
And as we look off to the side now with I'm trying to find the exact as we look at long jump. We go from long jump to discus, etc., and we're getting ready now for some more hurdle competition with the girls. As we look at getting ready. Well, that's some practicing with a discus. We're looking over at the discus competition. Would you ever consider doing that, Avi?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I have the greatest arm strength. I have tried and considered, but I don't think that's my strong suit.
So we're getting ready now for the girls' competition. There we go. They're off. Hurdles. And as of right now, El Camino's in the lead. El Camino coming in first and second place. In third place, Oceanside. So, and they're getting ready for the I think they got one more race coming up with the hurdles. As we look back at the competition for the discus throw, girls. They're coming over to measure that. So we're not getting, we don't really get, at this point, any of the results of, how far they're throwing. There's another toss, another throw. And Avi, I gotta honestly say that I never competed in high school track and field.
You haven't competed in high school track and field? Why not?
I was into golf.
Golf?
You didn't have to run as fast.
In golf, but I don't know. I guess just never got attached to it.
Yeah, well, and I could say that I never got attached to track and field. And you know what else I liked?
What?
Ping pong.
Ping pong.
Yep. That was a lot of fun.
Does seem like a lot of fun. I've always seen ping pong players, and they always seem like they're so skilled with how they can react. But I just feel like I would never be able to achieve that level. Like,
Well, most of us could never run in this track and
That is
field,
true.
right? And then you got to be skilled on when to jump over a hurdle. You know, it's just, in ping pong, it's eye-hand coordination and just playing it a lot. You know, like anything else, you got to love doing it in order to get your best at it. So, and as we're watching that results in some of the long jumping that's going on. So, as we watch some of this, I'll give you a little bit more about history. Collegiate competitions, track and field in the U.S. began gaining popularity in the 19th century. That's the 1800s,
Yes.
Avi. You were only a kid.
back then.
It was Harvard and Yale hosting the first intercollegiate meet in that fantastic year of 1873. And then high school competitions. High school competitions, the first recorded high school track and field competition in the U.S., as we're looking at boys shot put. That was a long one.
That did seem like quite a distance.
Oh, yeah. So the first recorded high school track and field competition in the U.S. took place in 1879 in New York. High school track and field began to expand in the early 20th century with state associations organizing meets. As we continue to take a look at some of the shot put stuff, and now we're switching to...
This looks like the high jump.
This is the long jump or the high jump?
High jump.
High jump. Do you do this?
I do not do the high jump.
So here we go.
Do need that running start.
High jump. And he hit the pole. So what's the average here, you'd say, in high school? Do you know, for high jump?
For high jump, I have no idea. I never got interested in high jump.
Do I have any of those facts? I don't think so. So, some more high jump competition from El Camino, and he hit it. And just judging, looks like about, could that be close to 6 feet?
I have it here. It is measured by every 4 inches, but usually anywhere between 5 feet and 6 feet seems to be the average.
There you go. Some more Wildcats getting ready to do this high jump. And do they get 3 tries in this as well?
They do get 3 attempts for their high jump. So, bar was hit again, so that jump was no good.
And now, as we see, we're getting ready for the boys' hurdle race. And I would assume this is JV.
Yes, JV starting off.
Getting ready to start this race when you hear the gun. And they're off. Boys' hurdle race. And right now, in the lead, El Camino, the Wildcats. And they have taken first, second, third place in this. So the hurdles. Another great competition.
With a lot of banging from the hurdles.
So, I mean, do you have a lot of a mix? Typically, what is the type of competitor that would be in hurdles? Is that just totally different than running in a 400 meter or 1600 meter?
It is quite different. You need different strong suits. I mean, you have to be able to jump over the hurdle. But I think it is very similar to a short sprint. I mean, stamina won't do you very good when you're only running 100 meters. So I do believe many of the people running the hurdles also run short distance events.
And now they're clearing some of the hurdles off. We're looking at the boys' shot put. Throw once again. As they're getting ready to hurl a few more. And here we go with this one. And once again, the boys at this age and group toss 12 pounds in the shot put. This sport has been part of the modern Olympics. Here it comes around, getting ready for another one. This has been around for the modern Olympics since the revival of 1896. Women's competition in this sport began in 1948.
All right. High jump is now open for the boys varsity. All boys varsity high jumpers, please report to the high jump pit.
So we're still looking over at the boys' shot put throw, 12 pounds. Throw it as far as you can. And as we're watching this shot put, let's go over to Stephanie and Ollie.
And Ollie, and we're back interviewing athletes.
And your name is?
Nigel West.
And yours?
Quaden Coleman.
And when did you guys start doing track?
Freshman year. I started doing it 8th grade.
Wow, okay.
And what inspires your strengths as an athlete?
They're fun thing to do and run with your friends, so yeah.
How was it like winning first place?
First place ain't really nothing. It's all about your time, and how well you do yourself.
All right.
Okay, and how about for you?
I didn't get first place, but I still love running. Second place.
Back to you, John.
All right, another great interview there with the girls, Stephanie and Ollie. Thank you so much. And so back to the discus throw with the girls. Going to do the measuring on that one. And once again in that discus, about 2.2 pounds for the girls. The winner is the athlete who throws the discus, of course, the farthest distance. The discus can be traced back to the ancient Olympic Games in 708 BC. If you watch any movies going back to the Roman times, you will definitely see a discus throw in that. And there's another discus throw. So many great competitions go on in these events. And are we getting, looks like we're back on screen with maybe a high jump or
a long jump.
Or a long jump.
All JV 400 meter runners on the track.
And we will see the girls' long jump. Okay, Avi, how far was that?
I wouldn't say that was the greatest long jump I've ever seen. Maybe about 12 feet. But I don't think that will be winning in this match today.
Other competitor coming up for another long jump. Boys long jump, here we go. He kind of flew a little bit.
Yes, we did see that. That did get quite a bit of distance as I measure it here.
It's almost like they get airborne and start to fly a little bit.
It does seem like that way for some people.
Yeah.
Maybe that truly is the trick. You just need to be able to fly through the air.
You got that right. And now we're getting ready for another race to start.
The girls 400 meter dash.
This is what?
JV.
And so some more girls are running now. And we're looking at the pole vault. And here we go. Pole vault up. Oh!
Almost
Just
over.
about cleared it. Well, he kind of cleared it, but I think it was an elbow or something that hit
Yeah,
it.
it did knock it off. So
Yeah. Once again, the pole vault attempts. And these are consecutive attempts, in theory.
we also see there in the top left
Uh-huh.
our first place for our girls JV 400 meter coming in.
200 meter competition.
400.
400, yeah.
One full lap.
And now we go for, no. Here we go with a pole vault. Nope. Kind of hit it with the feet. Going up into it. Got the pole vault competition. Looking at a practice there for the high jump. High school track and field competition live right here on KOCT. Looking at a pole vault right now. That was a practice, maybe.
I don't know, maybe practicing for the start.
Yeah.
You can now check in, boys 800. Second call, all boys 800 meter runners, you can check in.
So we're looking at a bunch of practices going on with a high jump and even a little bit of pole vaulting practice. And we're also looking on a split screen here at some more discus throw. Numerous events going on at the same time in this live event here on KOCT. You saw another discus being thrown in the upper left. High jump pretty much in the main screen. Here we go with it.
Cleared.
Is that a practice?
I don't believe that was a practice, but
Okay.
he did seem to have a lot of space there. It
Yeah.
could most likely easily clear a higher level.
And here on the track, getting ready for another event with boys. Getting ready to kick off. And there they go.
The 400 meter, one full lap.
So we see each one of the runners starting off in a different lane.
Yes.
Now, when can the runners that were in the third lane go over to the first, or they can't?
I believe they have to finish the curve, and that's why they're offset. Because on a curve, the outer lane
Takes longer.
is a farther distance than the inner lane. So to compensate, the distances that they start on are different.
So it definitely looks like a Pirate is in the lead on this one. In fact, 3 of them. Coming to the finish line, and it is. Pirates taking this one. And as you look at it, somebody doesn't look happy.
Yes, a lot of motion in all the events.
Yeah, one guy over there shaking his head, pretty much like, nah, that wasn't my best run. But looked like the first 3 were all from Oceanside. And as they finish, we got the next 3 getting ready to go. Looks like all El Camino as we look back. And what are we taking a look at? Is this a high jump? It is. It is. Many different events going on at the same time with the track and field here on this beautiful first day of spring in Oceanside, California, in this competition between Oceanside and El Camino High School. Boys high jump. And then we're also looking at discus throw. All at once, and another high jump.
Cleared again.
So, you got boys high jump and still the discus throw going on. And now we're getting ready for a race to start once again.
Another JV 400 meter boys finishing off.
And they're taking off. And these are all Wildcats.
We should be checking in. Last call. There's a few out there, 800 meter runners. We should be checking in. Checking in. JV and varsity.
In this JV boys 400 meter race. And that is 400 meters is one time around the track. basically 1/4 mile.
Yes.
And as they clear and they're coming down the final part of the track, all El Camino running and, of course, winning. So it looks like we are shortly away from going to have another interview on the field coming up. And as we take a look at pole vaulting, or at least getting ready to. So in just a little bit, we're going to be throwing it over to Ollie on the field as she talks to one of these 400-meter racers. As we look at some pole vaulters getting ready. So we are getting ready to throw it over to the field. Let's head over to Ollie. In a little bit. That was rehearsal. Just kidding. Okay, we're going to go back to the field here in just a second as we see some pole vaulting practice, I believe. El Camino High School track and field competition in this year 2025. Mark on KOCT. So here we go. Let's go to the field. We are ready.
Hey, I'm here with
Milan.
It's nice to meet you. And what did you run today?
I ran 400 meter today.
Nice. And so when did you start training?
I started back in middle school, 7th grade.
What inspires your strengths as an athlete?
It's usually just like motivation that gets me going. No matter what happens, I just keep going.
That's amazing. So how old are you?
I'm 14.
14. And what are you looking for in a career through this?
I just want to get better and maybe get a scholarship for future events.
That's awesome. For now something fun. What's the most unusual thing you have eaten before a game?
Ooh. It's got to be ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles, that's awesome. All right, back to John.
All right, another great job, Ollie. Thank you so much. And this one that just took off, Avi, is?
The girls 400 meter dash varsity. Another 400 meter, one lap around the track.
Chicken sandwich.
You said this is another 400 meter?
Yes.
So get up there and make that tummy full.
Yep. And this is a JV race or varsity?
This is the varsity.
So we definitely have El Camino in the lead here. Coming in third place, one of the Pirates. And that's the way it happens. Looks like fourth place Pirate and fifth place Wildcat. And I think we heard them off to the side. Next is going to be the varsity boys, I believe.
Yes.
If what we heard is correct.
For another 400 meter dash.
Aha. And as we look at some shot put throwing from the girls. Great competitions here today. And shot put for the girls, 8.8 pounds. Boys are at 12 pounds, girls at 8.8.
We're going to start with girls JV. We're going to start on the other end, away from the scoreboard. After this race, we have the 100 meters. Starting with girls JV. All races will start on the other end of the
And
field.
I think shortly we're going to go down to the field again. This time it'll be Stephanie, and we'll be talking to I think the winner of that last
Yes,
400 meter
the girls 400.
girls competition. Still watching some shot put stuff and watching the boys warm up on the sideline, or on the track rather, on this live KOCT event coming to you from El Camino High School. I'm John Jednak, aka Trey J, along with Avi, student over at El Camino, doing a fabulous job. Thank goodness you're here.
Thank you for having me here.
So as we get ready to throw it, we are going to throw it down to the field to Stephanie.
Back here with Stephanie and
Charlie.
how does it feel like winning the race?
Really good.
What motivated you throughout that whole thing?
Just trusting God. Have the passion to win.
That's amazing. When did you start track?
This year.
Wow, already winning. That's amazing. Do you have anything you would want to tell everybody about your win?
Nothing. That's it.
All right, well, back to you, John.
All right. Fabulous job again, Stephanie. Thank you so much. And we're getting ready for another boys race. It's the 400 meter varsity competition. Looks like we have 7 racers on the field right now. And they're off. And they rounded their first turn, of course. That's where the race started. Right now, still in front. Got a Pirate. Tell you about a Wildcat is coming up. And as of right now, looks like he's got a lot of energy. Wants to take, and he's taking the lead. Coming down the home stretch on the straightaway, and it's going to be close. This is a close one.
Everyone's cheering.
Still in front, Wildcat.
That was EC for first place.
Wow, that was a great competition.
Neck and neck all the way till the finish line.
Yep. Yep. Fabulous. And on the second turn, he took that over.
Should be down on the other end. El Camino runners, we should still be warming up. We should still be doing some build-ups. Make sure we're nice and warm. On the other end, as soon as we get the block, starting the 100.
And we're looking over at some high jump stuff going on.
Matt is looking for the hurdle crew. All you guys look for that. Let me get over there and help out.
All right. High jump competition. Pole vaulting. Shot put. Discus throw. Hurdles. Running. It's all going on here today. Yeah, we got a discus throw happening. We got it on screen right now. Look at that.
Amazing distance there.
Yeah. Boys discus throw. I wish we could just see how far it was, though, you know?
I know it live.
Yeah. So we do have some facts here on the sheets, but where? Boys discus throw. So we're looking at some of this. Is that in feet or meters?
I think that's in feet.
Yeah.
So a great distance for the boys discus throw. Varsity, we can see up to 120 feet.
120 feet.
That is quite a
120
distance.
inches? 10 feet? 120.
120 feet.
That's a long throw.
That doesn't seem possible.
No.
First call, girls, 300-meter hurdles.
Yeah, I'd say 10 feet. Well,
Again, check in on the second call.
I don't know. That one out there a long way.
Far right.
Yeah. Boys discus throw going on today. We're trying to find out how long the throws are. As I go to look it up. And I'm doing just that. Looking for the boys discus throw. Average. Whoa, 120 feet or more. You
That's
were
what
right,
we're seeing
Avi.
here.
120 feet, high school. Could go as long as 150 feet.
That just seems absurd. 150 feet?
It could go as long in high school, yeah. 150 feet. And then we also see some high jumping going on. Boys discus throw. Let's see this. Here we go. It's off. It's high. Oh my
With
God.
quite a distance.
Yeah. I don't know. That impressed me. Yeah. I wonder, I mean, that one looked like the longest one right there. And here we go. We got another race coming up.
I believe this is a 100 meter.
Sprint.
Yes.
And that looked like a couple of pirates in the front there. "100 meters. Yep.
We're going to be seeing a lot of 100 meters.
And we're looking like we're getting ready for the second group. Looking for the second group warming up to get ready to come down this 100-meter sprint dash, if you will. High school track and field competition going on between the Oceanside Pirates, El Camino Wildcats on this inside. Plenty of sunshine. I think, and the temperatures differ. I mean, if it's 65, 68 degrees, I mean, you don't want to run when it's 85, 90.
Absolutely not. We have a second group of 3 for the girls JV alone. We have 64 total athletes competing in the 100-meter dash today.
How many?
64.
Wow. Oh, high. Well, there was a high jump that didn't end so good in the upper left.
We need to get down, please. If you're near, we need to get down and we need to make sure we're behind that gray line.
And we're getting ready for this second race, 100-meter dash. Live here on KOCT. This is your community television station. So we're getting ready. Gentleman in the red there. Getting ready to pop that gun to start it off. 2, 4, 6, 7 runners, and they're off. 100 meters. Coming down the track. Right now, it does look like a pirate is in front, period. And there you go. So, Oceanside took this race. A lot of good competition going on. And in the background, see some pole vaulting. Looks like there's still some practicing going on. Okay, so with that racing group coming off of the field, we're looking back over at some discus throw. Here we come, warming up, swirling and letting it go, maybe a little early. In this discus throw, what did they get 3 times thrown it as well?
Yes, for all field events, 3 attempts.
I think I'll stick to Frisbee. Here we go. Another attempt.
As another 100 meter starts.
Here we go. Wow, look at that hurl right there. I think a little too high. And here's this race. Didn't get it on camera, but that was another girls' competition with a 100 meter. As we're looking at the discus throw.
300-meter hurdle runners, you can now all check in. All girls 300-meter runners, you can now check in. First call, boys 300-meter hurdles.
Discus throw. Warming up. Swirling. So what I'm seeing is I'm seeing really a couple of different styles. One tends to throw it higher.
Yes.
And the other one lower, more direct, if you will. But the higher seems to be going farther.
Advantages and disadvantages to both. You don't want to lose it. I don't know what the strategy is with the discus, but I do agree with you. The higher throws do seem to be going farther.
Yeah. So right here is another discus throw. Trying to look at some of my history now. As we're looking at the discus throw, and from what I said earlier about track and field in the U.S., National Federation of State High School Associations began formalizing high school competitions in the 1920s. That made the sport more structured and spread the country. And that looked like a left-handed discus throw.
It was.
And you don't see a whole competition. That's the first that I've seen.
It's the first that I've seen. I wonder if there is an advantage or disadvantage for left-handed players.
Good question. High jump, maybe? Practice down? And said, no, not this time. And now we have some more runners. Wow, 100-meter. Coming down the track. That was won by Oceanside, the Pirate. 100-meter race for the boys now. Shot put girls. Track and field competition, El Camino.
We do see the boys there from the previous 100-meter walk off.
Oh yeah.
As another flight comes on.
Got another shot put throw coming up from the girls. And once again, that shot put 8.8 pounds, almost 9 pounds. Just shy of 9.
Quite is a lot to throw.
Yeah. Here comes another girl getting ready to throw. And she heaves it out there. So I just have to think that part of this training for that is weightlifting.
Yes.
So we're getting ready to see the boys. This is another 100-meter sprint. Is that what this is?
Yes, for the JV boys.
Yep. And it's going to be close, close, close.
We see.
Definitely looked like El Camino got it, but a Pirate was right there too. In fact, it was 2 El Camino racers.
Second call, boy. 100-meter hurdles. you can now check in. Second call. Boys, 300-meter hurdles, you can now check in. There are still a few girls who have not checked in, especially some varsity girls from El Camino, 300 hurdles, who have not checked in.
I mean, in running, to work out and practice, you run.
Yes. I mean, only thing you can do to practice is
That's it.
what's happening.
Yeah. And we had a high jump, and he cleared it from El Camino. We have not seen a whole lot of the actual high jump competition today. We've seen a lot of the practicing that's going on. But with the high jump, maybe they're getting down to the deadline now where they have to put the pole up and go over it. So, well, let's just see what the boys high jump record is. Well, and men's high jump is 8 feet.
8 feet.
That was set by Javier Sotomayor of Cuba back in 1993. That's the world record of men's high jump.
My question is, how do you jump over an 8-foot bar?
He can spring. I guess he had that spring in the legs. All right, here comes another 100-meter dash coming up. And this one looks like clear Wildcat in front. Oh no, Pirate, I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Clear Pirate in front on this one.
And after this, we will have one more flight of JV boys for the 100-meter dash before we go on to girls for varsity.
All right. So I'm looking at some of the track events. Looks like 100-meter record set in 2024, just under 10 seconds.
Under 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
The averages here we have for a lot of the JV boys is around 13 seconds. Some a little below, some a little above.
Yeah, and the gentleman that set that record is 9.93, just under 10 seconds, by the name of Christian Miller out of Florida. Yeah, so I found a page with a lot of good records. High jump. High jump. (2002) high jump. That's got to be 7 feet 7 inches. Yeah. So now we're getting for the 100-meter dash again. Boys JV.
And this is
Still
all,
another one?
all
Bobby?
El Camino.
Or is it varsity?
This is one last flight of JV boys, all El Camino, until we
All
move
right.
on to girls varsity 100 meter.
They're getting ready to sprint, and they're off. And these are all Wildcats. All Wildcat boys. And that was clear first place. So I'm going to talk as we're getting ready to watch. Is this going to be a high jump
This
or,
will be a
or
long
jump?
A long jump attempt too.
100-meter. Our timers cannot see the smoke. We need to either move
Long jump coming up.
to get down right before the start, please. Thank you very much.
Would he trip up?
I believe he did.
Yeah. So we're going to talk a little NCAA indoor stuff right now, 2025. 1 week ago, think about this. Last week, 2025 NCAA Division Indoor Track and Field Championships was held. It was the 60th men's and the 43rd women's indoor track and field, held at the Virginia Beach Sports Center in Virginia Beach. Field consists of 17 different men's and women's indoor track and field events, total of 650 participants. And after we see this, I'll tell you who won. High jump? Nope. Sorry. So, who won? In the men's, USC won that event. University of Southern California, and in the women's, it was Oregon. This is college, of course. So, high jump, didn't make it. Hit the bar going up, not quite made it over. Now, that was all indoor, what I was talking about. Men, women's Oregon. And I'll tell you about the outdoor coming up here in a minute as we watch this next event. Looks like another 100-meter dash.
Girls varsity.
Girls.
One
Pirates
flight.
in front. And Pirates won, and this was almost an all-Pirate event anyway. I think there were 3 Wildcats in this. Girls 100-meter dash. Now for the outdoor NCAA tournament, 2025 is going to be in June in Eugene, Oregon. And are you going there, Avi?
I will not be going there, unfortunately.
And we are getting ready for another field interview here at El Camino High School. There's beautiful competition, beautiful day as we start springtime 2025 on KOCT Live. We are going to go over to Ollie in just a little bit. As soon as we get the word, as we see the high jump in the background, and no jump. Up and not jump.
believe you have as many attempts as you like. Just once you jump, it counts as one of your 3 attempts.
And he didn't make it. Hit the bar going up. That will not do it. Let's do another field interview. What do you think? Let's go over to Ollie this time. Take it.
Hi, it's Ollie, and we're going to be interviewing parents. I'm here with Mom Sarah, and who is your son?
My son is Lucas Carney for El Camino.
And what is he competing in today?
He's going to run the 800, and then in a little bit, he's going to run the 3200.
Wow, that's a lot. So what are you most proud of for your son in athletics?
Just his consistency practicing. He works out 6 days a week and runs probably about 100 miles a week and preps for this.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you know what inspires your son to do so much?
I really don't. My sister's an ultra marathoner, so I think that made him pick up the love for running. But I think he's of the team, and that's what keeps him coming back.
Wow, that's amazing. So, back to John.
Thank you so much, Ollie. Once again, a great job getting into those field interviews here on your live KOCT Sports broadcast on this Thursday, March 20th, first day of spring, sunshine. We're here live to you from El Camino High School field, track and field, high school event, getting ready for the JV boys 100-meter dash. And sitting beside me is Avi, who is Camino, and so I take it, Avi, you're not out there racing right now because you could probably beat everybody, right?
I don't know if that's completely the case. I did wish that I was out there sometimes running the event. I'm happy here watching them from the sideline, I guess.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah, this whole event started at 3:45. We're coming up at 5:34 live time here in Oceanside. Of course, I'm sure if you're in New York City right now, you're watching this event. Tampa, Florida, you can't not watch it. So here we go, JV boys, 100-meter dash. Getting ready to pop that pistol. 8. Gonna run down the field, and here they go. Oh, they got a race going. Got us a race going.
Everyone's cheering.
Who's gonna take this one? I don't know. Is that our first photo finish?
I think it was.
You got to take a look at the camera. Wow, that was a race.
I'm sure they'll check the photos to see who's in first there, and then we'll be moving on to girls JV 800 meter.
Really?
That's half a mile, 2 full laps.
Yeah, I wonder who won that one. That was close. Yeah, I really think they got to look at the camera for that one. Okay, and who won it?
I do not know.
As we look at the pole vaulting getting ready to go on again. hit the bar, hit the pole.
Coach Matt in the middle of the field. Hurdles on the meet. Coach Matt in the middle of the field.
See the pole vaulting going off to the side with the girls.
800 runners should be on the track.
And we think you can hear in the background what's going on. 800-meter race, just like Avi said a minute ago.
We have a lot of runners here.
As we look at another pole vaulter. Coming down, in, and did not make it. Planted the stick and did not make it. And you can see him lining up. Now you tell me, Javier, that's a lot of runners, right?
It is quite a few. I think we'll see after they start. It will start to spread out and they'll each have their space. But for now, especially here, the first couple seconds is going to be a fight to start out in the front.
And it just looks like there are quite a few more, I don't know, a few more pirates in there.
Timers table. It's a good opportunity to get.
Look like 6 Wildcats, maybe 7.
Start checking in now.
And we
there
have
are
2, 4,
20
maybe
runners
10
total.
or 12 pirates.
There are quite a few pirates here.
And we got our eyeballs down on the boys' discus throw right now. As the girls get ready, we're getting ready to start to see another boys' discus throw. And they're starting this race. They're off as we look at a high jump in the upper left. So the girls are at 2 times around the track, correct?
Yes.
$800-meter dash. And as these girls go around, I think we're going to get down to the field again for another interview. Watching the girls go around, they go around the track twice in these 800 meters. On this fabulous live sports event on KOCT. Right now, 4 pretty close in the front. 2 from Oceanside, 2 from El Camino. Two from Oceanside, 2 from El Camino in the front. And actually, it's neck and neck in the front between El Camino and Oceanside. But still have 400 meters more. And of course, as we know, anything can happen. As they start to turn up the steam in this second part of this race. And as we're watching the front runners, still a pirate in front. And in the upper left, we see either a long jump or a high jump.
I believe that's another high jump attempt.
So here come the girls. Pirate
Coming
in
around.
the front, coming down on
Very
the
end.
straightaway here at the end. So we have a pirate girl gonna win this one.
But we
Coming
do
in
see
right
2
here at the final.
fighting for third place.
And so, again, out of those 4, 2 Pirates, 2 Wildcats. Yes. Another great race as we get ready for a high jump. Here's the approach. Up. Almost made it over. Looks like just caught it with the hip. So that was real close. Real close. Didn't clear it. And we still got some people or some girls coming in to finish this 800-meter race. Another great competition. As we are approaching another interview on the field. Getting ready to throw it down to the field as you're seeing some pole vaulting going on. And we're going to be giving it over to Stephanie in just a minute. Here we go. We thought. Here's Stephanie.
Here with Stephanie and
Giles Roberts.
What's your age?
I'm 16.
What team are you on?
I'm on El Camino.
And what's your motivation while going through these runs or jumps?
These throws, past couple throws, my motivation has been my dad and just kind of pushing myself to be as great as he was, especially during college when he was going through his track career.
Do you plan to go to college for this, or what are your goals past 2025?
My goals for shot put and discus is to go D1 for this sport, especially because I really love this sport, find so much joy in it, so I want to take it to the next level.
How much teamwork does it take to be in here?
When it comes to teamwork, it takes a lot because there's a lot of kind of team building and bonding. Teammates coach each other, teammates motivate each other. It is not an individual sport in my eyes. It is more team-based because of the kind of camaraderie and the teamwork we have with each other.
Back to you, John.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Another fabulous job from the field. And we are getting ready for the boys. And will this be another 800 meter?
It will be another 800 meter. This is specified JV. We got 14 runners, most from El Camino.
And they're off.
Only a few Oceanside runners.
Yeah, mostly Wildcats there. $800-meter dash. You're seeing it on your screen there. In this annual event between Oceanside and El Camino, cross-town rivalry happening live right in front of your eyes, thanks to who else? KOCT. A big thank you to them. And let me tell you, the staff here is fabulous. So much work goes on in the field beforehand. And then in order to bring this to you, a great team doing fabulous work here at KOCT. So now they're going to pick up the pace as they get it. And what I'm calling a lap is actually 400 meters.
Yes, 400 meters for one lap. 2 laps for this 800-meter run.
So it sounds easy when you say, yeah, they're only running 2 laps. Yeah, but that's a mile. No, it isn't.
It's half a mile.
Half a mile. I was just testing you, Avi. One of your teachers said, hey, test him. So here you see it is being led, of course, by El Camino at this point. And it is a big lead. As he starts his sprint, coming down right here at the end, the finish line. There you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and there's more. Oh, yeah. What a race. 800-meter dash. 1/2 of a mile. Now as we're getting into your Thursday early evening here at El Camino High School. Looking at some shot put. Girls shot put coming up. Yeah, we're looking at it. Actually, JV girls shot put throw. Another throw, and let's see, they're taking a measure on that. And with the lower right, we're looking at, this is the second part of the JVs getting ready to run.
No,
Avi?
This is the varsity boys getting
Varsity?
ready for, yes, getting ready for another 800 meter.
As we continue to keep our eye on the shot put throw. And I think we're going to do another interview on the field here in just short. We're going over to Stephanie. Take it away.
Stephanie and?
Tommy Villanos, and I just won the JV 800.
Wow, that's impressive. So what's your motivation while you're doing these runs?
We have a very competitive team here, and like sometimes I just really want to be up there with the boys, and I just want to get up to that varsity pack.
That's good. Do you have any goals for college? Do you want to pursue this? What's your plan for 2026?
I'm not too sure yet. I want to see how this season goes and see what times I hit.
All right, back to you, John.
Thanks again, Stephanie. Another great job. And we have started this 800-meter run.
800 meters for the varsity boys.
Varsity boys. And were there 5 that I saw running?
I believe there were seven total runners here.
Yeah, 7. Looks like 4 Pirates and 3 Wildcats. And they are coming down a lane here for the first 400 meters. And they're going to start turning up the heat here in a little bit as a Wildcat comes into the lead. 2 are in the lead now, or front runners, if you will. But they are pretty. Looks like 5 are more toward the front now. 1 dropping back a little bit. And this is the final lap of this 2-lap competition. And we see a Wildcat coming into the lead, a Pirate coming up behind the other Wildcat. And this could be a very good finish.
These last 100 meters
Wildcat
will determine who ends up as Oceanside
Wildcat
seems
in
to
the
be
lead,
coming
but
in.
a Pirate coming up. How is this going to end up?
This is looking very close.
And the Wildcat
And EC
takes off at the end. That was a great competition between these 7 varsity boys. That was a great run. And as we look over at some more shot put throws coming up here, you might be able to see where the shadows are getting a little bit longer as we get toward the end of the day. Right now, closing in on 6 o'clock, 5:53. Looking at the JV girls shot put throw. And I see where they're setting up some hurdles on the field.
Yes, soon we'll be starting
Getting ready for a little bit longer hurdle competition, right?
300-meter hurdle.
And now we're looking at the long jump. Coming up on the girls. Here we see it. There's that jump, and I think we're going back down to the field for another interview here after this last race. So we'll be going down to Ollie here in just a little bit. As we continue these on the side, just setting up the hurdles for this competition. So let's get ready to go back down to the field for this interview. Okay, Ollie is getting ready to take it away.
Hey, it's Ollie, and we're back with the interviews. So what's your name?
My name is Samuel Fredrickson, and I just won the 800 meters and the 400 meters.
And what was rushing through your head as you won that?
Well, I was just trying to get a good run in, get first place for my team right off that 400. It was pretty tough running those events back to back, but I knew I could win and get first for my team.
That's awesome. So what inspired you to run today?
My teammates, my coaches, my friends and family inspired me the most. And I adrenaline and getting out there and winning races.
Do you have any plans for college after this?
Yes, I would like to continue my academic career and running career at a 4-year college soon. I'd like to commit to college soon, so yeah, it's looking good.
Well, that's awesome. Back to you, John.
Thank you so much. As we come back to the field, and they're setting up the field right now for, and there's a long jump, by the way, on the boys' side. Setting up the field for a little bit of a longer hurdle race as we look at the long jump. Did I look up before what up here we go. Records for high school long jump.
26 feet and 10 inches. That is quite a long jump. That was set by Marquise Goodwin in Oregon.
So this is triple long jump.
Triple long jump will be starting
Watch this.
They get 2 extra steps.
Ah. Wow. So, and that's what you'd like to do is a long jump, but how, triple long jump or
Triple
not?
long jump is scares me, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
It's just, they seem so similar, but you just completely different forms for triple long jump. But the high school record for that is 54 feet and 10 inches, set by Kenny Hall, also in Eugene, Oregon.
Wow. And it looks like we got this other race, the girls' hurdles. And this is the 300-meter race?
300 meter. So they're starting at the other side of the track and then making their way over here.
Got a Wildcat, looks like, in the lead right now. This is a great race. I mean, when I remember when I remember watching Olympics, I remember watching the long hurdle race. And this one was won by another Wildcat.
If you don't check in the next minute, you are going to be scratched. Last call for all boys, girls, JV varsity, 200-meter runners. You got a minute 30 seconds, or you will be scratched.
That was a girls' 300-meter hurdle race. In that race, looks like we had, 5 racers, I think, or 6.
Yes, it's
And
6
perchance,
racers.
if you are just joining us once again, we are watching these events from El Camino High School, triple long jump you just saw there. From El Camino High School in Oceanside, California. The triple long jump. So there are 2 different forms of long. There's 2 only, right?
Yes.
Regular long jump and then triple.
That's correct.
Triple long jump again. And on the schedule for today, I said this earlier, but if you're just joining us, there were 65 events scheduled for today at this competition. Wow. And we started at 3:45, and now we're at 6. And we're looking at some disc throws going on again here with the boys. And there is a hurl. And we heard the gunshot in the background, which is the starting shot of the race. Got some more hurdle races. Some more girls' hurdle races. And this is a 300-meter race. In this competition, there are 5 girls in this particular race. And as of now, well in front is an Oceanside Pirate. And there's one coming a little bit faster, but you never know what's going to happen here. Who's going to win this? Would have won by El Camino.
That was a close finish, with El Camino trailing behind Oceanside. They'll check to see who won that 300-meter hurdle.
Girls hurdle race, 300 meters.
3,200 meter hurdle. You are okay. Check in.
So the race continues.
Next up,
Here at El Camino. What's next?
the boys 300-meter hurdle for JV, which will only have 2 competitors, both from EC.
Wow, just 2? And we're looking at the boys' discus throw again. Boys' discus throw. One of the many 65 events today. And you can see they're lining up. So is this a varsity?
This is the girls 300-meter varsity.
And he's getting ready to sound the gun to start this thing off. And there's some kind of delay on the field. Now they're getting ready. Getting ready to start this one. The girls' hurdle race, 300 meters. Live out of Oceanside, California, and they're off.
There we see them with the first of the hurdles, starting to come around the curve.
And they're what, second set of hurdles? Coming around to the third set.
Oceanside in front, but 2 Wildcats trailing not far behind. As we saw in the last race, could easily catch up in the last 100 meters of the race.
And this one looks like it is Oceanside gonna take this. And that is, in first place, one of the Pirates, and after that, 3 Wildcats. Another great race. That was the varsity. And that jump that did not turn out so good. So now I think we will be going over to the boys' side.
Yes.
And that's going to be JV. As we look at the triple long jump, got another competitor coming in. Here he goes, and he shut it down right there at the very end. Why? I don't know. So he's going to try this one again.
Going for another attempt. What do you think happened? Was it a bad run-up? Or stop from
Well,
faculty?
here he goes. Looks like this one's going to go. So as you can see, I mean, the feet hit way ahead. But they, looks like they measure it out to where the bottom hits. And you can see right there with the Pirates runner, it looks like the coach is talking to him, or one of the coaches, giving him a little advice, what to do next time. No. Yeah. Triple long jump.
That one seemed like
That one
quite
looked like a good one. Yeah. Out of the ones that I've seen, that definitely looks like one of the better ones. Coming to you live today, KOCT, live from El Camino High School. And right now, we do have another 300-meter hurdle race.
this is the last 300-meter hurdle race, the boys varsity.
And as of right now, a Wildcat way in the lead in the front. However, nope, they started to catch up and that wasn't it.
Looks like we're going to end with 3 Wildcats, first, second, and third coming in.
Oh yeah, another great race for El Camino. .300 meters of jumping hurdles.
That's correct. Soon we're going to be moving on, after the hurdles are cleared, to the 200 meters for boys and girls, JV and varsity. Earlier we saw the 100 meter, which had 64 competitors. Very close behind this, 62 competitors in the 200 meters today.
Wow. And
so we're looking at a pole vault here. Girl's been getting ready. We'll see if she'll run up.
looking down at some pole vault competition.
Looks like here on the track, they're setting up for the 200. Large group of competitors getting ready. Hurdles are cleared off.
Pole vault. And here we go. That did not go well.
No.
I mean, when you think about it, running down with a pole like that, making sure you stick it.
Yes.
And then you're going to use it to jump over. Yeah.
Think about how much speed you need before you start elevating off the ground.
Yeah.
When the stick is so far.
And you got to stick it just right so it doesn't slide. And then the way it looks, you got to get bent to be able to launch you over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That one seemed to go successfully.
Pole vault. Easy for me to say. What did I say? Paul vote?
Pole vault.
Yeah, you can tell it's getting a little late in the day. But we're still here and we're still live. El Camino High School. This fabulous track and field event between El Camino Pirates and, I'm sorry, El Camino Wildcats. See, it's getting late. And Oceanside Pirates. Or it could be the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. I don't know. I said that for a friend of mine.
I don't think those are the competitors we have today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Michigan is going to play basketball tonight, too. Not that anybody cares here but me. Triple long jump. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think that won it. Pole vaults didn't make it.
Like down. Yeah, you. Yeah, thank you, down.
Going to be pole vault. A lot of great competition that goes on between the cross-town rivalry, El Camino and Oceanside.
They've been track and field rivals since when? 1975.
75, and that's when 75, I believe, was when El Camino came into existence. So these competitions have been going on, and
since the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Looks like we're getting ready for the 200-meter dash to start with the girls JV.
200-meter dash. And here we go. And as you might know, that's halfway around this track. So as they come down the straightaway here, they're coming toward the finish line. El Camino jumping into the lead.
Looks like it's going to be Wildcats ended in front, or maybe not.
Maybe. Looks like El Camino might have just got it. 200-meter dash. And, you know, we talk about high school competitions where I went to high school back in Flint, Michigan, and I drank the water. It was Carmen versus Ainsworth High School. That's on the out. And Carmen versus Ainsworth. Inside the city was Flint Northern, Flint Central, Flint Southwestern, and Flint Northwestern.
How many high schools were there?
4 high schools, inner city.
Well, back when I was in high school, I went to El Camino. Had a rivalry with the Oceanside Pirates since 1975 on the track and field, really all sports.
That was your first year in high school?
It was my first year in high school.
Than me. Not really.
No, still here in my first year of high school. Long year.
That's it. As you know, we are getting closer to the end of the competition here, but there's so much that still keeps going on. I saw pole vaulting still going on in the distance there.
Here we are still with the discus throw.
Discus throwing going on. Track still happening. I wonder if they have a marker out there where the longest throw has been so far.
I'm not sure. Or if they have markers just for relative distance.
Right. And we're getting ready for this next race to start. And as you can see, girls 200-meter dash coming up. They're ready, and here they go. The race is on. Half a track.
We see 2 Pirates in the lead here with a very large lead.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely a sure winner right there. Another great competition.
I think that was the biggest lead I've seen all day.
Was it? Two, 4, 6, 8 competitors in that one. And that was 4 and 4. 4 Wildcats and 4 Pirates. Back to the discus throw. Well, that throw looked like it started out good, but then it kind of curved off to the left. So what are they practicing there?
I believe they are, yes.
Yeah. Or just practicing for maybe the next event, you
There
know.
didn't seem to be a lot of people there. Maybe the event's over.
So here we go now with another 200 meter.
Yes, this is the
Coming up.
last flight for the JV girls for 200 meter.
All El Camino racers.
All El Camino.
Quite a few racers there. 2, 4, 6. And we've just heard that the disc competition is completed for the day. And of course, if we do get word on who's won any of these, we will pass it on to you, but I'm sure it'll be online later this evening. And then we have obviously some more races, correct?
Yes, a lot more 200 meter for boys JV, 4 flights, and then we'll see the 200 meter for varsity. And I believe we have 2 more races after that still. The 2 mile, 3,200 meters, and the 4x400 relays. So 4 racers, each with 1 lap.
4 more races to go.
Well, 2 more races, and then there'll be 4 groups for each race. Boys, girls, and JV and varsity.
Looking at the triple long jump competition. Here's 1, 2, 3, jump.
You see some people on the field warming up.
Got another race starting as we look at another triple long jump. And this is the boys.
200 meter JV boys.
300 meter. And we've got a pirate in the front. And that's it. Looks like 1 and 2 are pirates on this one. 8 racers. I looked up some general racing terms as we watch this. Another triple long jump. That was a long one.
It did seem good. Had a little bit of a crash landing there,
Yeah?
but it did seem like quite a good distance.
Some general racing terms that I looked up. PR, personal record, best time ever in an event. PB, personal racing. Personal best, same as PR, but sometimes used more internationally, if you care.
I do care. I've heard of PR. It's
Have you?
very commonly used, but I've never heard of PB.
And of course, DQ, we're not talking about ice cream. That's disqualified when an athlete is disqualified for breaking a rule.
Okay, guys, we need to see the guns for a moment here. So
And a dead heat, a race that ends in a tie. How many times does that happen?
Rarely.
Next to never?
I mean, they measure it by like hundredths of a second. But here
Oh, so we have another race that started.
another 200-meter dash for JV boys. We see quite close between a lot. I
place?
believe it was the Pirates, but can't be completely sure. It was quite a close race.
Okay, here's another general racing term, a rabbit.
A rabbit?
You ever heard of that one?
No.
That's a runner who sets a fast pace early in a race, but doesn't finish. Common in distance racing.
It does happen a lot. People start off too fast and then run out of steam before the end.
Yeah. And then another racing term is a kicker. A runner with a strong finishing sprint.
I never heard of that term, but I think that was me. I used to do cross country, and a lot of the times I would sprint out at the end and sometimes even pass a player who was not expecting it, just going out slow at the end. I think that's the key to a good run, especially with longer distances, is always have that good end sprint to finish off.
And I do believe we're getting close to another on-field interview. So here comes Stephanie. Take it.
Coach Meller.
Tell me a little bit about your team today.
Our team did well. We had a couple PRs out on the field side, a couple PRs in the discus, a couple PRs on the shot put. I thought our team competed very well. Just a couple little hiccups here and there that we can fix during practice.
And what was the biggest accomplishment for today?
The biggest accomplishment is getting our kids to compete to where we want them to compete with higher competition. Oceanside has a really good team. They have really good throwers. I know a lot of them, and they train hard. They want to win, and we had to come and compete with that.
How did it feel watching your teammates win?
It felt really, really, really good. It felt really good as a coach. I'm proud for them, and I hope that this serves as a momentous moment for them to move forward into our Falcon Relay on Saturday.
Thank you. Back to you, John.
Alrighty, thanks again, Stephanie. And now we're at the end of this next boys 200-meter dash. And currently in the lead, way in the lead, the Pirate. And he takes it. El Camino coming in second and third. Live on KOCT, you are watching the live sports event here from El Camino High School, between El Camino and the great crosstown rivalry, Oceanside. It's been a competition started at 3:45 today. We're getting closer to to the end of the competition, but the races keep going. A lot of great competitors here. So with that, I am going to give another general racing term, the negative split.
Negative split.
Running the second half of a race faster than the first. And why on earth that would be a negative split? That would be a positive split.
It would be an improvement, but it might just be negative because it doesn't happen often.
And I didn't know that they would use these in racing terms, but sandbagging, running slower on purpose to save energy for another race or make competition easier. Okay.
I don't think that happens a lot out here because I know a lot of people strategize not to take events that are too close to each other.
Yeah.
Because you want to take one and then have time to recover and rest. But here setting up is our last JV boys 200 meter before we move on to varsity. Looks like we got mostly El Camino already lining up, but possibly one or two Pirates still ready for this final race for JV boys.
Just want to remind you one more time, this is a live broadcast here on KOCT. This is John Jednak, a.k.a. Trey J. What is Trey J? Well, I guess you can look it up. That's from the old radio days. So, and then, alongside of me doing a great job is Avi, and the last name again, Avi?
Wachowski.
Wachowski.
Thank you.
You've been doing a fabulous job. I want to thank you for this. Stepping in here, providing a lot of the information, background information, as we're watching this 200-meter race, and it's
looks like very close, but El Camino does
just barely beat the Pirate on this one. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching today. This has been great. This is just something that KOCT does over and over again, whether it's here, it could be, there's been volleyball, there's been, of course, football, so many different events that KOCT has covered for the community, for the great Oceanside community on a lot of these different sporting events. There's a round of applause for that, and for the fabulous staff that's on the cameras, running the team, everything. And you know, KOCT has been doing this for a long time. Years and years. Hats off to the great team. I want to give a big thanks out to our field reporters, both Stephanie and Ollie, who've done a great job out there as well. It's always good when you can get the people that are directly involved with the entire school that can bring in some of that knowledge. All right, so we're getting ready to take it over to the field.
It's been such a great day. We've been here since 3 and
it's been wicked fun.
Yeah.
A lot of great athletes, and we were so intrigued. Just so much power out here, so much hard work and training went into it. This program is amazing. I mean, I'm honestly thinking about joining track. What about you?
It's been crazy. The coaches are so motivating. We've learned so much today, and I can't wait to be back next year.
Yeah, we talked to a lot of athletes, a lot of parents, teachers, and yeah, it's great.
All right. See you next time.
Hey, it's been a fabulous day once again. I'm John Jednak along with
Avi Wachowski. Just want to thank everyone for watching in this live stream and thank KOCT for helping host.
It's been a fabulous day. Live here once again on KOCT Sports. I'll tell you, I want to thank the crew and everybody because it's been a fabulous day. Be sure and tune in again because they cover a lot of sports all over the place.